Rick Wiles is a so-called end times pastor. We've spoken about him before. He's the type of guy who thinks Jesus is coming back any day now. President Obama's the Antichrist, that type of thing. Now, as a reminder, he's the one who said someone was going to die due to gay marriage. He's the guy who promotes the buying of horses and bulk grains and all sorts of stuff off of which he makes money to prepare for the end times. And he is now jumping into the conspiracy theories about the passing of conservative Supreme Court Justice Antonin Scalia, which we covered last week. The details are as follows, and we're going to play the audio here of Rick Wiles explaining it. He is basically saying that President Obama was involved in a conspiracy to kill Antonin Scalia. And I just really like it, Lewis, when someone can fully commit to some crazy level of insanity. He's going the numerology route, saying that there's numbers at play that prove Obama's behind it. Let's take a listen here.
The possible occult connections to this?
We didn't mention it. I actually think you're going to talk a little bit with Steve Carell coming up here with it. But in short, Lupercalia began on February 13th.
What is that?
It's an ancient celebration that people date back to Rome, where people come together, they sacrifice dogs, goats, and they do a bunch of crazy stuff with women. It's a fertility festival.
This is an ancient pagan day. And when was it?
February 13th was the beginning of it. February 13th to the 15th.
Which was the day he died.
Yes.
Okay, the other thing, and I noticed this, the 13th was the 44th day of 2016.
Right.
Obama is the 44th president of the United States. So you have this numerology thing taking place. Remember Christine Lagarde dropped the zeros? Remember that speech she gave last year or so?
Yeah.
Drop the zeros, click your heels, spin around, all that weird stuff.
I think that's good. It's long. We don't have to play the whole thing. But he later went on to conclude that President Obama had killed Antonin Scalia and deliberately left that pillow that was reportedly found on Antonin Scalia's face as a message to everybody else not to mess with Obama. I'm convinced, Lewis. I mean, 44th day of 2016, and President Obama's the 44th president. I would actually go further. President Obama is responsible for the death of everyone who died on that particular day, which is a lot of people, by the way.
A lot of people. This reminds me of the whole Herman Cain numerology thing.
Yeah.
And you can find numbers and coincidences with numbers anywhere if you really want to find them.
I mean, think, Lewis, Rick Wiles has 5 letters in his last name, and it takes 5 letters to spell the word crazy. I think we really need to look into that. There's something to that. It's very, very suspicious. And it's really to be commended to the United States as a sort of country that people like Rick Wiles are allowed to not only walk around, but have television and radio programs where they talk about this stuff. Here I thought numerology was one of those practices condemned by their Bible along with witchcraft, but clearly it is alive and well, and Rick Wiles is going fully in favor of that.
I'm not sure numerology was really a thing when those guys wrote the Bible.
Right.
Maybe it just probably wasn't on their radar, and there were bigger things to worry about back then.
Right away, more tax breaks for this guy's ministry. That's clearly what we need. All right, well, we'll take a break. If you want to talk about this story or any others on our Facebook page with us, facebook.com/David Pakman Show. And we also have a Reddit discussion forum where you can join us. A lot of activity, Lewis. There's actually a really good thread on Reddit with all of these different David Pakman Show related memes that have surfaced over time. People have been putting them together in one thread on Reddit. And you can pull that up at davidpakman.com/Reddit. That's REDDIT. Gamefly is sort of like Netflix for video games. They have over 8,000 new and classic games for Xbox One, Xbox 360, PS4, PS3, Wii, and a bunch of other platforms. And you can play as many games as you want for one monthly fee. And if you find some games you want to keep, you can buy them for a low used price. There's never any due dates or late fees, and our audience can get a free 30-day trial at gameflyoffer.com/TDPS. The games are shipped directly to you with return envelopes included. There's no contracts, and you can rent games through the mobile app. Get the free 30-day trial for the David Pakman Show audience and support our show.
by going to gameflyoffer.com/TDPS.